conference today, and they displayed some very key facts. Is that they determined by the news coverage and the footage from the highway that there wasn't a toddler. They did not put out a bolo, and a bolo is something they put out if they feel that the community is in immediate threat of someone that is abducting people, kidnapping people, things of that nature. That was not put out, right? A lot of people ask me, okay, so what does that really mean? That means that the police does not found a threat in the area. So are they saying she's lying? The police would never be that unprofessional to use the words lying. They were just going to provide you with the facts, right? She was abducted. She was away for 49 hours, and she was forced to eat Cheez-Its. They done her nails. She was blindfolded but not handcuffed because they didn't want to leave any marks. She went to Target after she had got the food from Taziki's. She purchased granola bars and Cheez-Its. So, as the police stated, so it seems as if that her abductors took her food and fed it to her and done her nails as well as she was abducted. Are they saying she's lying? No, they're just stating these are the facts. The only thing that has come out that has stood as true is that she did contact the police department and the dispatch, and she did report that there was a toddler. And she did contact her sister-in-law. Those are the only two things that have been facts that matched up with the police. Now, am I saying they're 100% correct? No. Just like we would question, or I would question anything else, I'm going to stand with that. Now, is her story adding up? Let's just be honest.
Not at all.
Yeah, you get a pedicure and a manicure, and they feed you granola bars and Cheez-Its, and they don't want to bruise you up. I don't know who or what their objective was kidnapping you. They're going to be faced with 15 to 20 years for wanting to feed somebody Cheez-Its, take pictures of them, and eat Mediterranean food.
Hey, just maybe there was a new wave kidnapper, and they trying to set a new standard for kidnappers.
So they seen the nails wasn't done. They seen the nails like, we gonna kidnap her. We gonna do her nails. We gonna get a $7.99 gyro plate. We gonna set her free.
And it's I'm gonna tell you this from Flake's side of it. I know as a comedian, they about to have, and some people may respectfully try to hold off until she makes a statement. And I really hope she come out and speak about it, because if the Alabama News Department has to come and do another news conference, that's not going to look good. Also, if she happens to get a lawyer to speak in representation for her, you were a victim, not someone that was on the run. So that's not going to look good. So comedians are going to have a field day. Content creators will have a field day. We're going to keep respectful. We're not going to get into all the gossip, but there is a lot of details that the police left out that the city of Alabama, I mean, not the city, no, the state of Alabama, the city of Birmingham, and the city of Hoover knows about the individual that is going all across social media. I like that the police didn't get into that. They just spoke simply on the facts. But if your residential area is not backing you, and we understand the premise that is behind Black women not getting enough coverage when we do actually go missing, and there's real cases, sex trafficking and human trafficking is definitely a real thing. There's been a lot of rings that have been caught. This is a real smack in the face to people that are really going through that, parents that are never going to see their kids, brothers and sisters that are never going to be reunited because they've been murdered, or they're truthfully in a situation across the country and they have no idea of how to get free to run to their parents' house with a story like this. That's the disrespect to the people that have really went through said situations and they don't get to see their parents again. So that's the disrespectful part, is that even though it's important for her to speak, for her to say, or her family to even say she's not in the mental space, but what about the other people that you feel that your child ran across this predator? What about them? Don't you think that she should speak to the police again so they can actually create a bolo if this is a true story? So now they don't matter that your daughter's home. It just screams selfish in a lot of different ways. And on top of that, the story doesn't add up. and it's distasteful, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know him personally. I'm not gonna get into all the extra foolishness. She's young. We make mistakes, but this one right here, she gonna have to live with forever. Like family is, you know. So,
so like we was talking before we actually got on air.
Yeah.
How old is she? Because I'm not privy
25.
to a lot of
25.
25.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. I was all in believing the story. I was watching the videos, this, that, and other. Now, the first video I saw from the interstate, I'm gonna be honest with you, when they said she called 911 for a little person, child, I saw her get out the car. I ain't see nothing else move. You know, I was like, and you know how you watch a video like 4 times, you really looking like, did I see? I like, well, maybe, you know, like we talked about, they do edit videos and maybe that was it, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But when they did that interview and her mama was talking, I watched the daddy the whole time. And daddy was looking like this. Yeah. Now look, I said, oh no, it's some salt in the game. Now I didn't say nothing. I was on her side until I saw that interview and I seen the daddy, he wouldn't look up or nothing. He just had a certain look on his face and just shaking his head. Yeah, she fought for her life. Yeah, she did. I was like, oh no. I see it in your face, but he don't even believe it. I seen it in his face. I don't want to speak for that man, but the face he was giving on that interview and the way he was looking as a father, I was looking like, oh, he ain't even all the way in for this story. Because when something like that happened, it's one of your children and you a father, oh, you on there going off. You on there, tears in the eyes. We looking for you. That man was just rocking back and forth, looking down. Yeah, she had to fight. It was a struggle. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah. Some ain't it with this story.
Yeah, it really, you know, and I watched it like 2 or 3 times and I was just having a conversation before we got on. I really feel like the mother, as parents, you know, because hell, I would defend the hell out of my nephews and nieces and godkids, so I completely understand it.
Yeah.
But I feel that the mother really wanted to come out and address the things the same way she has because she made another statement last night, and these are all facts. Like if you want to go research the story, you can. She spoke about like the Red Roof Inn situation, and somebody had called and said it was her, it was Carlee, and it wasn't. She said that she just understands how the people can be so, you know, cruel. That's the way of the world, right? So I don't know where that may stand with certain people, but I feel that she was into it and the father was just being a supportive father and husband. But if I was having a one-on-one conversation with him, they would have never went on national television. I don't think that was something he wanted to do. I don't think that was his goal, but he had the support. And I mean, you know, as a family, sometimes it's gonna be some shit that happen that you don't agree with, but you got to roll with it. And I just, in my heart of hearts, if I just read his body language, he only said 4 words. I've never seen a man be that meek in a situation with so much behind it.
Right.
I've never seen it, and he didn't say much.
Sit right with me.
Yeah, he just didn't say much, and I'm you know. And y'all as fathers, y'all could just sense it that now I don't know if he really wants you to be going and saying and doing because and I won't go into it because you just got to know what it is. But there's a few things that if that comes out as not true, that they have incriminated themselves by stating that there was one. I'll go with this. If they're saying that there was someone that actually abducted her and they feel that there's somebody that's out there as a predator. That's a false report if you know for a fact the story isn't true. And you said that on national television, in which put the entire community in arms. This has to be true because this is on Today News. This ain't hearsay. This is something that she actually said it. That's against the law. That's a false report.
Well, in their eyes, that might have been what she told them. But then when you get these facts and you like, this story ain't adding up, Mama like, I'm just gonna gun-ho 10-toe down. This is what she told me what happened. This is what happened, and I'm believing my child. And the other person might be on the other, because you know men is more women, and this women are more passionate about situations. Where men, we logical and be like, well, this ain't what. Hold on.
So let me play devil's advocate with you. Go ahead.
I'm playing, yeah. And mom passion might have been in there like, I'm 10 toes down. I'm believing everything she said. Yeah, they probably stole her card and then bought food. Or they probably some petty kidnappers thinking she had more money than what she had and blah, blah, blah. And then on the other